You don't have to. You have eaten, and you got on makeup. This is for the ladies. You got on makeup, you got on a little dress that's tucked in a little tight. You're like, I'm ready to take all of this off.
Okay.
Everything.
Unbuckle the girdle.
The girdle, the hat, everything, lashes, everything.
I don't know if y'all can hear my puppy in the background. My first son, Kai. So everybody say, "Hey, Kai."
Hey, Kai. Kai say he got company, and I can't come out. And I hear y'all talking, and I know y'all eating. So. Being confident in your prices and your worth, the time that you put in, your labor, like your expertise, everything that you are putting forth to your client. Before even the business came in, I saw that this is a friend that I can truly have. We just connected on food, you know.
For real?
Is there someone that you are inspired by, like on Instagram, or, you know, don't hesitate to reach out to that person. What they say, closed mouth don't get fed.
That's what I try to tell every entrepreneur I come in contact with. Don't try to get it perfect. Just get it out there. Figure it out as you go along. Start to set small goals to get to that larger goal. You just have to put one foot in front of the other.
Building a business or brand, you have to be so authentic within yourself, and you have to be confident with it. So regardless of what family, friends.
What's up, CEOs? It's Coach Nicholas Marque here, bringing you content on all things entrepreneurship. I have the amazing Chef Rachelle in the building. So why don't you introduce yourself to the people?
Well, I am Rachelle Cooper, better known as Chef Rachelle. I'm the owner of Rachelle's Creative Dishes. I offer private chef services, catering, corporate catering. I'm also the head chef at Pine Grove Academy, which is a school out in Roswell. And I have a couple other things that I'm working on. I also have a YouTube channel that's also Rachelle's Creative Dishes. And you guys can check me out on all platforms, Rachelle's Creative Dishes, YouTube. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So listen, we're going to get into the story, but y'all know I be hungry. So we are featuring Nobu, right? Nobu or Nobu?
Yes.
Nobu out in Jonesboro. So what did you get, Rachelle?
So I've got the crab cakes with roasted corn and a side of the garlic mashed potatoes with a side of the remoulade, and then also a little ginger ale. And I have already started kind of like munching on mine because I was hungry, and it is very good. So
I got the catfish and grits because I'm a Southern boy. Okay.
Where you from? Dade County, Southern?
Well, I'm from Fort Walton Beach, Florida.
Okay.
It's still Southern.
Okay.
I met Rachelle when I was a meeting planner for Coca-Cola. Remember, I got the Coca-Cola gig. And we started working on your women's empowerment business.
Correct.
Right, which was I Am Rachelle Cooper.
Right.
The launch and brunch, I think is what we call the event.
Yeah, launch and brunch. So definitely it was a launch, and a lot of my family and friends came up, and we were at Rays on the River out in Smyrna, I think that's what the area is. And Nicholas really did an amazing job. Now, I will say I didn't know what the heck I was doing, but with his support, it really was an amazing event.
You want to taste it?
I do want to taste it.
Because I want to taste your
my
crab cake.
Yes, there you go.
You know, do I need to wipe? Okay, you ain't wipe your fork.
Because I'm going to come from over here. I'm going to come from over here in the corner. Thank you.
But yeah, so we started with that business. Yeah.
Catfish is real good.
That's what I was saying, like.
It's like you need a whole nother fillet.
But yeah, so we started that business. Or we started to launch that business.
Yes.
And then we quickly redirected.
Redirected very quickly. It was like, that was in October of 2018. And then 2019, that's when our Rachelle's Creative Dishes was birthed, and literally I just went full forward into like meal prep and catering, and this was the shoulder that I was leaning on. This one right here.
This shoulder, right? This exact shoulder.
Yes, because I didn't know how to do any pricing. I didn't know anything about food costs, budgeting, invoicing, create an invoice. I didn't know anything about that. Nicholas was my go-to person literally for everything during that season, because I did not know. It happened so quickly. So let me tell y'all a quick little story. I met a guy at the end of 2017, literally New Year's Eve night. And then I didn't see him again till March 2018. And I made tacos for him, right? And then he was like, your food is good, you should start a business. And I was like, it was like a season in my life where I was truly open to opportunities, being that I had just launched I am Rachelle Cooper. So I definitely was in a space where I'm like, I want what's for me in this season. So when he said I should start a business, the next day I created a logo, went to Coke, created the logo right at the desk, because I literally worked my business and do what I had to do at Coca-Cola desk. And that weekend I started, so that was like March the 8th. And then that weekend I started selling plates. And then maybe like the next month I had like an event for like over 100 people. So it happened so quickly like that, and Nicholas was there the whole way.
Yeah. Literally, I think you are the first person that I was there from the absolute like inception.
Yeah.
From ideas, from even I am Rachelle Cooper. I think even before you even had a name, or maybe you did have a name, I can't remember. But so that's why I'm just so proud of you, everything you did. So there's a picture like way back in the day. Where you were, I think you were doing your first big event where you had to speak and you had like other servers and all this other stuff. And I had came down. What event was that? It was in the place with like all the like the Rugrats and like the Nickelodeon thing. I can't remember what the event was, but it's like it's like this warehouse.
Oh. It wasn't Nickelodeon. It was like this warehouse.
Like Rugrats or something.
No. It wasn't Rugrats. It was like a museum. It was like a museum, and they had like a lot of like artists and
like
stuff,
black
culture and stuff like that. Definitely. And so yeah, that was my very first time having staff, and Nicholas came through. Okay.
Yes, I had to.
With the staff. Yes, that picture. Yeah.
Tell me about like where you are with the business now. Like, what are you focused on? What are you trying to accomplish?
Okay, so next month will be 5 years, and yeah, it'll be 5 years. Where I am now, honestly, I don't want to cook no more. That is definitely where I am right now. Like, if I'm cooking, it's really, really have to be worth the bag. Okay.
Even for me, y'all, I asked her, so y'all know in the last episode I talked about meal prepping, and I called her, I was like, do you meal prep? She's like, not really. Not anymore.
Because I've gotten to the point in my business and building my brand is that you don't want to do it by yourself. Like, it really takes a solid team, not just booking a team when you need it. I mean, a solid team that you have to call, not trying to scramble and look for servers at the last minute. Now, it don't even have to be the last minute. It's just that you need a solid team because you're doing everything. You're doing from cooking, from planning from the beginning, the invoicing, to cooking, to even when it comes out to decorating, but I have someone to do that now. But I have so many more avenues that I want to kind of tap into, that cooking is not the only thing. And so when I say that, like, I have a YouTube channel, I have a merch line that I'm going to drop, I have a spice line, and eventually there's other avenues that I want to get in outside of the food industry, which is like real estate and those type of things. So where I am right now is that I will continue to cook if the bag is giving what it's supposed to give.
Give what it's supposed to give.
It got to give what it's supposed to give. But I'm truly, entrepreneurship and a businesswoman outside of the kitchen is definitely my goal.
Every entrepreneur gets to a place where you've launched a business and you've grown it, and then you get to the ultimate goal is the ultimate goal is to not work in the business but on the business.
On the business, yeah.
That means that you've delegated out the things that you don't have to absolutely be there for, and now you are solely focused on business development, business strategy, how to bring more sales, how to expand your product suite, right?
Yeah.
Your offers, getting into new things like real estate, and truly leaving a legacy.
Yeah.
Behind you. Listen, starting a business can be complicated, but it doesn't have to be. There's 3 things every entrepreneur needs to know when they're getting ready to start their business. Number 1, that there's a difference between starting a business and launching a business. You don't want to just start a business. You need to put a strategic plan in place so that you can actually accomplish the results that you're looking for. Number 2, where are you going to get your first customers? And not just any customers, but customers who will pay you a premium. And then number 3, where to get funding for your business. If you're looking to grow the business, you need something to start it with. So if you are a new or aspiring entrepreneur, or you're looking to launch a new product or service, I want to invite you to my free training where I'm teaching you how to launch your business in the next 90 days or less using the resources you have, okay? Because it gets real out here. So if you want to attend that training, make sure you click the link in the description below, and I will see you in the training. Now back to the episode.
And it really starts with, even though you can go into the business, you don't.
You said half of that?
Okay, all right. You can go into the business not knowing what the heck you are doing. And I really feel like that's definitely how I went into it. I didn't know anything about it, but throughout that time, I reached out to different people. I put myself in different atmospheres, networking events, reaching out, DMing chefs or anybody that I seen that was on Instagram that inspired me. I did that as well, and I feel like that's where I kind of gained a lot of my knowledge and experiences from. Even when it came down to like pricing, like a lot of things that I didn't know, but I would reach out to like a chef, and I'm not sure. I know you deal with your clients. You have so many different type of clients, but if there's I will say if there's someone that you are inspired by, like on Instagram or don't hesitate to reach out to that person. What they say, closed mouth don't get fed. That I feel like that saying will go a long, long, long way in life because some people can allow pride or ego or those type of things that lead you not to reach out to people that can help you. If you're inspired by them, there's a reason why that you are inspired by them, and to just reach out. And so I honestly believe that a lot of chefs and a lot of people that I reached out to has helped mold and shape Rachelle's creative dishes.
What would you say, out of all the stuff that I kind of taught you or showed you the ropes on, what's been your biggest takeaway?
I would say being strategic. Like I would say not being scared to price, because when Nicholas came to me, like I was like, should I do this? Should I do that? He was like, yeah, you want to make sure you got this, that, and that. And I don't think I was as confident to do those things at that time. So that has been one of my biggest takeaways, being confident in your prices and your worth. The time that you put in, your labor, like your expertise, everything that you are putting forth to your client, whatever industry that you're in, be confident in your pricing and your worth in your business.
A business that don't make money ain't a business, it's a hobby.
Yeah. And I remember he used to, like, I would call and ask him, like, questions like, are you charging for this? Are you doing this? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? And I'm like, no.
I'm always going to coach you to get to the bag.
Yes. So let me ask you this. What's your passion behind coaching, and where did your passion develop from?
It's so funny because I was just having a conversation today with a potential client, actually. Get that, right? And where I really got a passion for what I do is watching people go through the transformation.
Okay.
So even you, like watching you have an idea and me looking at you at your desk, scribbling like notes and your vision and what you wanted it to be. And I think there was even a point where he was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I know I want to do something and make impact. So, and I've always been the type of person that's, I'm like, okay, you got an idea, like this, let's put a plan together, right? And like I can see the vision with you and help you put an action plan together. So
you definitely was given that. I remember, like, I would come to him with a vision and he's like, okay. But he used to ask like probing questions and things to kind of help see the vision that I had. So I think that's an amazing thing to have as a business coach, because you can't, if someone's sharing your vision and if y'all not here with the vision, how are you going to be able to coach that person through that?
Watching people go from, I would have this idea, to generating revenue in the business. And I'm not saying I'm not talking about a couple of $100. When I check in with you and you have thousands of dollars, I've had clients who've made 6 figures in their business. Wow. And this was the first time that they've ever made that much. People who left their job and then look back. And to be a part of that, again, it's not for me to get the accolades. I mean, of course, it helps me with my reputation because I can take that as testimonials. But to truly be a part of that and watch someone's growth and transformation, and then play an integral role a part of that, I'm all the way in my passion, 100%.
Okay, that's good. So where are you now? I mean, I know that we keep into contact, over the phone. I'll reach out to Nicholas, I call him Nicholas. We just reach out. We wanted this good to just develop. I believe for him and I, we developed before even the business came in. I saw that this is a friend that I can truly have. We just connected on food,
For real.
Where are you in your business now?
So it's interesting. I've already told this story, but when the pandemic hit, I got laid off from my job as an event manager for a hotel. And then also, I had some really big contracts that was we don't know where events is going, we're gonna have to cancel. Yeah. And so of course I had the deposits. Thank God, get your contracts together. Okay? I had the deposits.
Pays the bills.
Right. Non-refundable. I kept asking God, what am I gonna do about my event business? Yeah. Meanwhile, helping people on the side, start their business. If it's anything that I think the pandemic brought, outside of, the tragic side, is it pushed people into really getting innovative and really stepping out and doing something new.
It really did.
And it showed us that no matter what you do, that 9 to 5, you are disposable. I hate to break it to people, but you're disposable. If it comes down to them looking at their bottom line and they're always going to choose their bottom line at the same time. I had just brought in $1 million contract for the hotel I was working for.
That's crazy. What?
Yep.
Tell the story.
Well, I didn't bring in the contract, but since I was the catering manager, the event manager, we were in charge of upsells and all that other stuff. So we took the contract from where it was to $1 million.
Okay.
And I was celebrated, all that called out, and I want to say a couple of weeks later, they announced the pandemic. And then I want to say a couple of weeks after that, they announced my departure. It was we don't know what this means, but we got and they didn't just let me off, they laid all the event managers off. So I'm asking God, what am I gonna do about my event business, helping people on the side. And mind you, I'm asking what I'm gonna do, and he's like, hello, you are literally walking in your brain. And I enjoy being on calls with people. I enjoy helping folks with their business plan. I enjoyed helping people think strategically on how they can get sales and how they can market their business, right?
So were you securing the bag during this time, or you just truly did?
I wasn't charging. This was right when the pandemic came. Okay. So, we had the food stamps and all that other stuff and eating crab legs.
What, eating crab legs? I'm good.
Okay.
I'm full over here. I can sit back and tell y'all whatever you want to know right now. The bills paid, stomach full.
But baby, as soon as it run out, first I helped my godmom start her business, and she generated $100,000 in revenue in 90 days.
Oh wow!
Then I helped my god sister start her business, and it took her some time to actually get going, but she actually put the work in. We've been talking about it for so long. So then I met, I didn't meet, but I was working with this lady named Rhonda, and her husband was trying to launch their cigar line. So they brought me on, and I worked with them one-on-one to launch their cigar line. And it just started I'm on to something. Yeah. And so now I did charge them for that. Then I saw an ad for someone talking about coaching and courses and this whole industry, and I did my research, and it's been history ever since. Wow. And I started my group coaching program for Passion to Profit. I want to say August of 2020. We did the first cohort. They got some amazing results, and it's been rolling ever since. We just keep getting better and better.
That's amazing. Yeah. So you. Listen, just even watching him. Excuse me.
I don't know if y'all can hear my puppy in the background. My first son, Kai. So everybody say, "Hey, Kai."
Hey, Kai. Kai say he got company, and I can't come out. and I hear y'all talking, and I know y'all eating. So, just watching your content, like clean, crisp, professional, like.
And we try to do what we do.
Listen, looks very amazing. Loving it.
It's come a long way. Because baby, the content when I first started.
Listen, it takes you to be strategic and to know that when you're talking about creating content for your business, you gotta start the whole day. You're not doing anything else but creating content. So you can kind of like batch it together and kind of like, because if you're trying to work on that day to day with life, kids, business, work, you're gonna be struggling.
And you just gotta start. Like, most of my content is clean and crisp now, but when I first started, it wasn't. But I also was like, let me just get something out there, right? So that's what I try to tell every entrepreneur I come in contact with. Don't try to get it perfect, just get it out there, figure it out as you go along. Of course, you want to operate in excellence, but perfection is non-existent. Perfect doesn't exist.
As long as you have a nice phone, make sure that your videos are clear and crisp. Just record. And even if you have to like take, I guess like mock-up videos with just yourself, nobody else, and just keeping them in your draft. Not saying you're gonna keep them in there until you're ready, but just to make yourself feel comfortable in that space. You be able to do that. I honestly love creating content. Like I love being in front of the camera. I love just putting my content because you just never know who you will inspire.
And who will discover you.
And who will discover you, yeah. How you feeling? How's your...
That's good. I'm full.
Well, me too. I feel my eyes listen, I feel my eyes get a little low. You don't have to, you have eaten, and you got on makeup. This is for the ladies. You got on makeup, you got on a little dress that's tucked, a little tight. You're like, I'm ready to take all of this off.
Okay.
Everything is
unbuckle the girdle.
The girdle, the hat, everything, lashes, everything. It's ready to come off. I'm excited to meet up. I'm so excited that we were able to get together and do this.
Yeah, over food. That bonded us from the get-go.
Yes. Oh, so another thing I want to share with y'all, and just to bring this up in the mukbang, like, so I have this specialty 3 cheese collard green dip.
Yeah.
That I know he wanted today, but it was not giving what it was supposed to give. I'm sorry, friend. I'm so sorry, but I had like this Black Restaurant Week in 2019. Black Restaurant Week reached out to me like, hey, we seen your Instagram. We'd love for you to come out. And I needed to bring 350 samples of something, which is like a small bite of samples. And I remember, let me tell y'all, this was in September 2019. The funds, when they say funny, the funds was looking funny. The funds was funny. But I had a support system that said, Rachelle, if you ever need anything, give me a call. And I had never used them resources yet, but I used them for that event. And I called them up, and they literally just invested in me. When I was able to get a new chef jacket, I was able to get like marketing and graphing, be able to buy the food. And God gave me the 3 cheese collard green dip because I didn't know what I was going to do. And I remember praying like, God, like I need a creative idea, something that's quick, easy, something that's different, something that people are going to love. And this event literally had all the well-known bloggers, chefs, like, I was surrounded by, I guess you would say like celebrity chefs, like top celebrity chefs. And that's how the 3 cheese collard green dip came about, and she's still been doing her thing. She ain't been out in a minute, but.
What celebrity tasted it that you posted on your Instagram?
It was like a little scrappy.
Yeah, it was.
Scrappy. It was scrappy, but a lot of other celebrities kind of came by that table that I didn't really get a picture of, but he so happened to get on the camera. Mind you, I was literally kind of scared because I hadn't even heard of a 3 cheese collard green dip.
Really?
No. I hadn't heard of it. It had smoked turkey in it. I had to make enough to feed 350. And the last person that, what'd you say? The last person that did taste it was Young Jock. So Scrappy tasted and then Young Jock.
That's who I saw.
Young Jock tasted it. And I remember
Keep going.
No. Because Kai cut nothing up. Young Jock ended up tasting it. He told me this one thing. He said, it only takes one time to be discovered. It takes one time for someone to pour into you, or one time for that door to open for you. And I just took that opportunity. I took those words, and they literally has been carrying me over the years now. So whatever that you are doing, whatever opportunity that presents itself, pray about it. And if it's for you, I mean, you gotta walk through that door. Walk right on through it. Oh, he
Yes.
knows. So, hey, Kai.
Sorry, y'all. My little fur child is acting up.
I am so full.
I am too.
I'm finna finish with crab cake. I'm finna finish with crab cake.
Okay. So, do you have any business questions for me or anything that you
Um,
think would be helpful for us to talk about for the people?
What would you say as a business coach? What would you tell them for someone who's just saying, oh yeah, I want to do this and that, but I don't know where to start, or I feel like I don't know what to do, or I don't have the confidence or the self-esteem to, what would you tell them?
I would say if you have a vision for something and you don't know where to start, number one is just start. So I talk about this, about how Webster's Dictionary has a definition of entrepreneur, but the real definition of an entrepreneur is someone who jumps off the cliff and builds a plane on the way down,
Really?
right? Yeah.
That's in the Webster Dictionary?
No, not that. I'm saying that's the real definition.
That's the real definition. Oh, okay. I was like,
Someone who jumps off of the cliff and builds the airplane on the way down. What that means is set a goal, right? Make your vision. If I could turn this around, y'all would see I have a manifestation wall, my goals and stuff.
he definitely does.
You need to write out how you see your business, what you see the business offering, what you're doing in revenue, what type of clients you're working for, and then start to set small goals to get to that larger goal. You just have to put one foot in front of the other. So you want to make 6 figures in a year, put the goal up there. I need to make 100K, 120, whatever. Don't forget about taxes. Break it down. How much do I need to make a quarter? How much do I need to make a month? How much do I need to make a week? How much do I need to make a day? Right? And then start from there instead of staying stuck on like, how am I going to make 100K?
Listen, what he's saying is so true because honestly, even 5 years, almost 5 years in, I don't even think that I broke it down like that. Like, I don't think I got past the step of, okay, I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm doing this and I have hit the goal. And that, what I've done has worked, but I do know that it's not the effective way to do it because you kind of see yourself like, find yourself in a cycle. Like, you securing the bag, but the bag is just you securing the bag 90 days at a time. Like, oh, I'm good for the next 96 days. And you can make $10,000 in 2 months or in a month, or you can do that, and your mindset could just be like, as long as I'm good, I can pay my bill. You know what I'm saying? I'm good, but it's really not the way because you're not really building your business like that because you're really living from invoice to invoice.
Oh, sound like that hit home. But it's true, and the thing is, you have to at least start. Yeah. It's okay to start there, right?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you don't have a strategy, and you're like, okay, we just gonna wing this.
Yeah.
Like we're just gonna wing it. But at some point, you have to take a beat, and I think this is where we had got maybe 2 years ago. Like, okay, take a beat. Now it's time to put a strategy in place. Okay, don't just charge these people this, but how much is your profit margin on that? Who is your
profit margin?
Right. Who is your ideal client, right?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want to be known for? Put a brand together, right? And it doesn't have to take years. Like, this is stuff that you can do sooner rather. As soon as you validate that somebody will buy from you, then you've got something. If one person will buy it, more people will buy it.
Yeah. But I think even with building a business or brand, you have to be so authentic within yourself. And you have to be confident with it. So regardless of what family, friends, and let's talk about the support. Let's talk about the support because you're going to expect everyone to see your vision. You're going to expect people to support you and all those things, but it really don't happen like that. Even how much you love, I don't care if it's down to your mama and your dad. Not saying that they don't support you, but when you start a business, you have so much like expectations in your business and within yourself that you automatically expect people to support you at the level that you want to be supported in. That's so important. Yeah. That is so important, especially if someone who, how do I put this? There's people that needs the validation or wants the validation. Like, is there are, and me personally, I don't need anyone to validate me, but I do feel that I had expectations that I want a level of support that was not there.
Yeah.
And when it wasn't there, I'm like, okay, well, I got a business and I'm just doing me.
Right.
So I would say, like, build your tough skin, have your tough skin in that area, because you think you're going to show up, and people do.
Mm-hmm.
But just be prepared, because sometimes it doesn't always work like that.
Yeah.
So.
And understand what support looks like for certain people.
Mm-hmm.
I talk a lot about utilizing your circle of network. You have ambassadors. These are people who they will buy from you if it makes sense, but they'll allow you to leverage their network. Then you have warm audience. What everybody needs to understand is that you are known for something.
Yeah.
People already know you for something. Now, what you're known for is up to you. And if you need to do damage control, then do it. But people are already, you have a brand. Everybody has a brand,
Mm-hmm.
right? And if you're not intentional with it, it can go either way. But when I was first starting out, my ambassadors was my friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
So I would let everyone know in Atlanta, hey, I'm new to the Atlanta area.
Mm-hmm.
I have an event planning business,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm looking to help 3 people with their event,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Now, are you saying ambassadors as your support team? Are you
Ambassadors in the circle of network. So like it's a concept that I have.
Oh, okay.
Circle of network, you have your ambassadors and you have your warm-up.
Teach me.
Okay?
Teach me. Okay, the language.
Yes.
Okay.
So you have your ambassadors and your warm audience. For me, my ambassadors was my friends,
Mm-hmm.
and like frat brothers and my close family.
Okay.
For someone else, it may be different,
Mm-hmm.
right? It just depends on where you are. Then my warm audience was everybody that's on social media, my coworkers,
Mm-hmm.
people who were already aware that
Yeah.
I'm an event planner, right?
Yeah.
And that alone, me just doing that, got me to my first 10K
Mm-hmm.
launch in 90 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, congratulations.
Mm-hmm. Your event was a part of that.
Which one?
The launch of brunch.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
I wasn't freshly new to Atlanta,
Yeah.
but I was definitely trying to break into the market as like the go-to event planner.
Well, you definitely were, because what were you doing? What was the big event you were doing?
Oh, the Lupus Foundation.
The Lupus
That happened simultaneously.
Yeah, like that was like real big that you were
Mhm.
doing. So, yeah.
And I got that contract because, again, I got up in a frat meeting. I was
Mhm.
like, hey, I have an event planning business. I'm
Mhm.
looking to help X, Y, and Z. And that
Mhm.
landed me that contract.
That's what's up.
And then there's some people who just listen. Can you repost? Just keep me in mind if you know anybody that needs these services.
Yeah.
Need my product.
Yeah. Yeah, we full. And I know
We
that-
full.
Listen, we full.
This was good. Novu watches this.
Oh, they do? Okay. No food. No food.
Novu, besides the lady who answered the phone and had an attitude, the food was great.
The food was amazing. The crab cakes, I was kind of skeptical of the crab cakes because I am picky, but they were very flavorful. The crab was popping, like it was enough crab. Like the blend was doing what it's supposed to do.
Look like she
The
didn't care
flavor.
about them mashed potatoes.
The mashed potatoes, I'm just more of a creamy. When it comes down to mashed potatoes, I just more like more of a whipped type with a little lump in it. But the flavor was good. But the remoulade and the fried corn and the crab cakes were definitely good. So y'all check out
The
these.
catfish was A1.
Oh, and then we had an appetizer. We had an appetizer at the bar, and we had fried wings and waffle fries, Parmesan. I think it was like Parmesan garlic waffle fries, and the wings were so good.
And the buffalo shrimp.
It's sneaky. You see that? You see the momentum? It was up here.
It
Coming
came on
down, it's
down.
coming down with the eyes as well.
Yes.
So, yeah, everything was good. I definitely will go back there.
Rachelle, this is nice. I'm
It
glad we got a
was,
chance
yes,
to reconnect.
definitely. The only thing, what I love about just people that come to my life and who I consider my friend, it doesn't matter how long we have not seen one another or talked on the phone. We definitely just come together and just can like pick back up. Like when I do call, sometimes like when I do call him, I'm like, let me pay you because we in different times now. Back then, I used to just call him like, Nicholas, this and that. And was not thinking about paying him. I was like, I just need the information. But definitely want to support. Your friend has whatever expertise that they are in or in their business. Literally pour into them in any way. Sow a seed, feed them, send them cash out. I remind you, I'm supposed to send you a cash out.
Rachelle is the Definitely the go-to chef if you're in the Atlanta area, even beyond the Atlanta area. It's just worldwide, international.
Yeah, definitely. You have been traveling. Definitely. That was one of the things that happened very quickly. Like when I started noticing people like, oh, you gonna come to Fort Lauderdale? Or you gonna come to Birmingham? You gonna come to Orlando? Like being able to like go out of town and knowing that people are, I can literally tell them like, I need $1,000 for travel accommodations, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like for me to stay somewhere comfortably, gas and all those things. And listen here, I do not shy away from the bag right now. Like I know my worth, and I'm definitely telling like, if I'm traveling, it's a rack.
Rachelle, where can they find you?
You can find me at Rachelle's Creative Dishes. On YouTube, on Instagram. I'm on Facebook as well, but I'm not as active over there. Over on TikTok is Chef Rachelle 333.
And y'all know you can find me at Nicholas Marque on all social media. If you enjoy episodes like this, make sure you click like, subscribe, and comment. Also turn on the notification bell because we drop episodes every week. So until next time, peace out.
Bye-bye. We're just going to hit the record button.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Come on now. Not while Papa. Be good. What's up, CEOs? Hush. Hold on.
How you record over him anyway? Uh-oh. You gotta go on the wrong.
Did you like that episode? Not only do I want you to click like and subscribe, but I want you to binge watch the next episode right here.